up, everybody? All right, so I've been trying to make this video for quite some time now. I've recorded it several times for the last several months, and if I'm being honest, I get too emotional and I don't share it. So today, I'm going to try to get through it. This will actually be my third attempt today, so I'm hoping to not get emotional in this one. But I think it's just a pretty cool story that a lot of you could probably resonate with if you're passionate about anything in life, really. So let's dive in. So let's go back to November of last year, 2023. After I won the state championship, I had the most mental clarity I've ever had in my life. As a younger competitor, I would look up the hashtags, look up the promoter sites, anything that I could look up to find who was maybe competing in these shows that I was going to be doing. I would do it. And I know that's very counterintuitive. If you're a competitor out there watching this right now, please take my advice. Do not look up the hashtags. Do not look up the promoter sites, their Instagram pages, none of that stuff. Leave all that stuff alone. So going back to November, I pretty much unfollowed every single major bodybuilding coach, all the big pages that share the bodybuilders going into these shows. I honestly just wanted to have zero distractions. I had one thing on my mind going into Texas, and that was winning. That was all that I had on my mind. That was my goal, was to go out to Texas and win a pro card. That's just what it was. No other distractions. And so let's go back to December the 7th. So December the 7th was a Thursday. That was weigh-ins, and I competed on the 9th, which was a Saturday. So, I went backstage. I had on, a big T-shirt, jogging pants, that kind of thing. There were several guys back there with stringers on, trying to show off and be big, and that's not the time nor the place to be big. You need to be big and conditioned on stage. So, I'd stayed covered up, and I was seeing a couple guys there. I'm like, okay, we're the same height. We look about the same weight. We could be in the same class, right? But like, you know what? That's fine. It's not a big deal. Because now this is not me being cocky. This is just a fact. If you go into a bodybuilding show and you're either at the top of your class, as far as like a weight cap, you obviously got the better advantage, right? Now, if you're 10 pounds under your weight cap, somebody could potentially have 10 pounds of muscle on you. And that's just a disadvantage just right off the bat, right? But I come in at the top of the weight class. So I knew if I went out to Texas and I hit the weight cap in the conditioning that I was in for the state championship show, I was going to be tough to beat. And I knew that, but I knew that I could not let any distractions get in my way whatsoever. This was a business trip to me. I had a job to go do. So I say all that to say, I went to the weigh-ins. I did everything that I needed to do. Didn't pay attention to anybody. Didn't really speak to anybody. It was just a head down, mentality kind of thing. And I'm telling you all this to say, I didn't know who was going to be in this show. If there was going to be 2 people, 22 people, 42 people, you just never know. This was the last show of the year. It's typically the biggest show of the year, so I felt like there was going to be more than 2 people in my class, right? And I would hope so, because I had just spent so much money, going to Texas, and just took a lot of time to get here. So I really wanted some great competition to be here. So again, let me reiterate, I had no idea who was going to be in this show at all. No inclination of how many, who, nothing. I unfollowed everything. So at our Airbnb, which was in an apartment complex, there was a hotel gym downstairs. And my best look was always after cardio, right? My body responded best after I did cardio. And so the day of the show, I went down about 4:15. I walked into that gym. There was a soul in there. I had the whole gym to myself. I took my T-shirt off. I was trying not to sweat a ton because I had on my tan. And I pointed the fan on me. I put my shirt. I set the little timer on the elliptical for 30 minutes. And I knew at the end of 2 minutes, there was going to be a beep. They said, hey, it's cool down time, time to get off kind of thing. So I set the timer, threw my shirt on, and I was, going, 25 minutes, 27 minutes, 28 minutes, it beeped. And that is where I absolutely lost it. I cried like a baby. I'm not even going to lie to you. I had this overwhelming feeling of I was just flushed head to toe. The back of my neck was soaking wet, cold chills. I had goosebumps over me. I'm getting them now. I mean, just thinking about it. In the last video that I made today, I had tears in my eyes at this point, but I'm trying not to do that now. I just had this overwhelming feeling of, Austin, you're done. You're about to walk out of here, go step on a stage in Texas, and your lifelong dream of becoming an IFBB pro is about to come true. Granted, I had no other inclination of who was at this show, what was going on. Didn't know if there was going to be 2 or 22. No idea. I think there was 24 or 25 in our class. I'm honestly not sure. And I cried my eyes out like a baby. When I'm talking about, like, not one tear, I'm talking about it was tear. I mean, I was bawling my eyes out for a solid 2 minutes, until that final beeped, and it was like, hey, 30 minutes is over. It's time for you to get off. And when I got off, the tears immediately stopped. I got off, and I was so laser focused. You couldn't tell me nothing. Not in a cocky way, but I was just so laser focused the entire day. And I'm honestly glad I took videos of that day, because I don't remember much. I really don't. I was so focused and so locked in. It's just unreal. And so, fast forward a couple hours later, I was backstage, and, everybody at a national show, for the most part, is in great shape. Everybody has glute striations. Everybody is peeled. Everybody is in great shape. And you all know that ourselves, we are our own worst critic. And so, there was times backstage where I was like, hey, this guy over here looks really good. This guy over here looks really good. But in the back of my head, I'm like, remember this little crying session that you had, for 2 straight minutes, a few hours earlier. Something greater is in the works here. And I think we had 5 or 6 groups go out. I think I was in group maybe 3 or 4, somewhere in there. I think 4, somewhere in there. Again, the whole day was just a blur. And they brought us all back out, and I think I was one of the last ones to be called into the first call out. And then I was sitting up there, and I was like, damn, am I really about to get like 5th or 6th place? Like, I did all this work to get 5th or 6th. I got so many people, you know, back home that's expecting me to win, and I don't want to let anybody down. Um, but they called my number for 57 and another number, I don't know who it was, to go to the middle, and I stayed center stage the entire time. And as you guys know, I won. And I really just wanted to make this video. I've been trying to make this video for a very long time. Really just to give you the point of, find something that you're passionate in and hit it full steam ahead. If you would have told me back in 2014, 2015, 2016, back in there, that, Austin, you're going to be a professional bodybuilder one day, I would have probably laughed, but I would honestly have probably believed you. Because I had such a drive and a determination to get things done, and I still have that to this day. So anything that you do in life, if you're trying to be a golfer, a great engineer, whatever that you're trying to do, don't let others discourage you. Just keep going. That's the biggest thing. Now, I've had so many discouraging times, to where I just wanted to give up. But I didn't, and that's the biggest thing. So again, if you're passionate about something, do it. Don't care what others think, what others say. I am the happiest I've ever been in my life at this current moment in time, and it was all because I believed in myself, and I kept going. So I'm glad I was finally able to make this video and get through it the entire way without crying all over the place. But if you judge me for it, I really don't care. I'm just really passionate about the work that I do with my clients and my personal fitness journey. So, as always, I really appreciate you guys supporting me, supporting the channel. Just support me in any way that you can. So, until next time, I'll talk to you guys soon.